We do want to begin tonight with calls for action in Kalamazoo. A small protest was held.
This is News 8 from Wood TV.
We do want to begin tonight with calls for action in Kalamazoo. A small protest was held this afternoon to demand justice for 16-year-old Cornelius Frederick. He died in May after he was restrained by staff members at a Kalamazoo Youth Academy. News 8's Jacqueline Francis was there and has more on their demand for justice.
A couple dozen people gathered right here outside of Lakeside Academy demanding justice for a boy whose story they feel has gone forgotten.
Cornelius was a Sour Patch Kid. He had a tough exterior, but a really soft interior. He had the biggest heart.
16-year-old Cornelius Frederick was a loving boy with a hard past. He was placed in the state's care by the age of 13. Citing behavioral problems, Cornelius was sent to an institution on the east side of the state.
When he loved you, he loved you.
During Cornelius' stay there, he became close with William White, who was a then staff member at the facility.
The cards that he was dealt in his past that came to torment him and haunt him and reminded him about the trauma or anything that he had been through, gave him rough days sometimes like all of us, but he was a kid that wanted to be loved and accepted.
Cornelius would later be moved here to Lakeside Academy in Kalamazoo, a home and school for children with behavioral challenges. But after what happened to Cornelius, the facility's future is now in serious jeopardy. Investigators say Cornelius went into cardiac arrest after being wrongfully restrained by a Lakeside staff member in April.
Alongside being heartbroken and sad, I am angry and confused, simply because too often our too often our kids institutionalized and put into these facilities, and they run into individuals who don't really care about their well-being.
On Thursday, the state suspended the academy's license following an investigation into Cornelius' death. But today,
we continue to fight.
A small group of protesters rallying outside the facility said more needs to be done, seeing Cornelius as a victim of systematic child abuse happening on the state's watch.
We are not allowing our children to die anymore.
Prior to Cornelius' death, Lakeside already had a history of violations from the state, a track record that's especially upsetting to those fighting for change.
Taking away a license of a facility where they've had violations in the past, it's just sugarcoating it.
I am bothered and dismayed by the fact that it's only been a suspension and not terminated indefinitely.
Although their license is suspended, the state is currently working to shut this place down for good. Reporting in Kalamazoo, Jacqueline Francis, News 8.